Hello one and all, and welcome back to the Hippo Cup 9 group stage. Here we are with our second weekend. It is going to be the second match of the day, GIORGIS versus ChatGPT. This is going to be our mostly Greek and Spanish team against the sort of Italy center European hybrid team on the side of ChatGPT. My name is Hubba, and joining me on the comms is Torva. How are you feeling about the matchup?
I'm feeling quite great. I mean, I've seen a lot of these players play before, and I mean, I've been doing a small bit of research into these players themselves, and honestly, this feels like it's going to be a stacked match. Even with the map pool being on a low-end star rating for all these players, I feel like we're still going to get a lot of opportunity to see each player shine, which is going to be so exciting for us to see.
For sure, yeah. I am curious to see the pick ban strategy for a match like this, because all these players are relatively familiar with each other, with the exception of maybe Chino, who I have not seen before prior to this match, but they are the number one player out of Malta, I believe. I might be blanking on country real quick. Oh, Macau, the other small M country. So, number one Macau player, a part of this matchup, but everyone else is relatively familiar with each other from various European cups of sorts, so excited to see how that kind of plays into their picks, their bans. If you are a player on the side of ChatGPT, though, I believe you're just going raw mechanics because of that scary core player on the side of GIORGIS, of course, Jackpacks in the lobby and ready to pounce.
Yeah, I mean, when you're against, again, a player like Jackpacks, it's always a scary time, I'd say, but yeah, I think ChatGPT do have, a decent few strengths when it comes to, like DTA and mechanics, and I think they can definitely play into it quite well. I'm just wondering if they want to fully go into it, or if they want to test the waters, see if they can maybe low star rating Jackpacks and just see if they can play against that.
Yep, slots being deliberated on now. I do believe that GIORGIS won the roll with Puyu. They're going first pick, and this is a strategy you don't see super often outside of early stage, but in early stage it can be really strong with the first pick, because you gain pick advantage if it goes to a almost tiebreaker situation. If the score is like 3-4, you get the final pick in that situation. So a little bit of an advantage if you're anticipating maybe a closer match, or at least for the pick advantage in these earlier stages. But Puyu, knowing the deep tech and going for that one.
Yeah, I mean, you can also get a decent bit of early momentum as well, especially if you play well on that first map. You can definitely get like that mental up with your team and just have motivation for the entire match. And I always think, like, at least for me, I think first pick is kind of a really good go-to, but I also understand the idea of going for second pick. I mean, I think it is a personal preference, but at least for me, first pick is always the way to go.
Shout out to Bracket Nano Bracket, my favorite German player, for teaching me that tech. We always did that, and then snap first pick no mod 1 because you have nerves, so you just go for the super aim map and hope they also have nerves. Make the gamble pick even gamblier, but it's gonna be second ban for ChatGPT, and GIORGIS is gonna be running first ban here. This is a team that I'm anticipating to wear their bans on their sleeve, especially with the players in the lobby currently. Fiskill, Weedo, both hard rock specialists in their own right. Guido and I have had a number of number one duels on some local leaderboards, so I'm aware well of their strategy there, and I would imagine probably seeing a HR1, HR3 ban. Those are the more mechanics-oriented hard rock maps in this pool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see, the picks they do go into. They go into those mechanic picks. Possible 3 mod 3? Definitely no bias, don't know whatever you would mean. Yeah, I do... is that 3 mod 3 ban?
That is a free mod 3 ban.
Why would you do this to me? Jetpacks, why?
To be fair, out of any map played so far, that's been the one with the most 8-way FCs. So if you aren't feeling super comfy with the AK battle, that's definitely a way to go. Although, with that being one of the easier maps in the pool, I am surprised to see that out of the way. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose just getting rid of that comfort tapping pick. DT2, of course, the other tapping pick in this pool, and that is mostly old map. Has a lot of jank in it. No mod 5, that ban coming through, getting rid of the AR8 as anticipated. As close to reading as you're going to get in this pool, falling to the wayside.
Yeah, I mean, getting rid of flight, the We Fly High, why? They're getting rid of, like, some of the coolest, most fun maps in the pool for me. What are they doing? This is not fair. Like, I can fly. Like, I mean, just banger and great map. Nah, gone. Out to the side. Not anymore. 3 mod 3? Nah, out to the side. Not allowed. It's just, okay, man. What are we gonna get rid of next? We're just gonna get rid of, like, no mod 3 and no mod 2. Like, sure, man.
I mean, out of the pool, those maps are probably, like, most defined skill sets. Like, Hippo Cup pools are known for their multi-skill set nature. Like, you look at free mod 3, you're like, oh, that's tapping. You look at no mod 5, oh, that's reading. The other ones, it's a little bit more ambiguous on some of these picks. Like some of the awkward aim maps, like the DT6, that kind of plays in finger control and aim, and a lot more pockets. So the versatility there, you're kind of willing to leave open a little bit more. ChatGPT, actually, it's Georgis's ban next, and based off of the free mod 3 ban, I don't think DT2 is on the table because of the lower OD. I think, I don't know, I'm still privy to something like the Hard Rock 3 consistency ban. Hard Rock 2, actually not a bad shout either. That's going to be the more rhythmic Hard Rock pick of the pool. With the amount of specialists on that ChatGPT side, that's about as close to any raw tapping as you're going to get in that Hard Rock pool. Outside of that HR3, which is more just like low BPM stream practice, so like you keep your accuracy up kind of map. So I like that ban coming out of Georgis.
Yeah, very solid ban getting rid of it. I mean, it wasn't too unexpected, especially when you look at the players in each team. I will say I'm feeling a small bit bad for ChatGPT. They're looking a bit unconfident as it is currently with asking to have jackpacks, they have a chance. Have faith in yourselves. I think you guys have got it. At the very minimum, you bring it close. I have full faith. But yeah, going for their second ban, I don't even know what to expect for a second ban. Because, you know, they have such a strong, like, team, especially when it comes to, like, the DT aims, or just aim in general, or the mechanics side of things. So, maybe also getting rid of something a bit different. Maybe the 3 mod 4, maybe one of the really awkward DTs, I guess you could see happening. I'm not entirely sure, though, what their plan of action will be.
Yeah, looking at that roster, I'm anticipating something regarding some of the flow aim in this pool. I would be privy to see like a no mod 3 or no mod 4 ban, providing that they practice the storyboard map. If they didn't practice the storyboard map, get it out of here. I mean, like but it's like that's one of those like you either got it or you don't kind of maps.
Yeah.
Whereas no mod 3, no mod 4, especially no mod 4, which is a map that's gone super underutilized, the swing difficulty there cannot be understated. And DT4 actually going to be the ban. That map is the 260 BPM gamble pick in that DT pool, and immediately they are running into the no mod 6, so I guess we'll see if that practice is paid off for ChatGPT.
Yeah, I mean, you guys go straight into a banger storyboard map. Bad Apple, such an iconic song, especially in rhythm games, everyone knows it. But the storyboard for this map, I mean, you see it in the diff name of rhythm games, it's such a cool storyboard, in my opinion, where you just get to go through every single rhythm game you can think of in one Osu standard map, which, I mean, you think about it, it wouldn't seem normal, but you can just go into it, and it's just so cool of a map.
Yeah, going through those rhythm games throughout the storyboard. I believe we're just getting that set up on stream now, and the Nomad 6. This has been one of the most interacted with maps of the weekend. Lots of people really enjoying the practice nature of these early stage Hippo Cup pools, seeing it interacted with in pretty much every match, whether it be a ban or a pick. So curious to see how these players continue to fare. As look, out of any map in this pool, this is probably the least likely to see your 4-way FC. I don't think we've seen any, with the exception of maybe the Z10A D-Rank tax team. I know they got a triple SS. I don't remember if they got the 4-way FC full, but players in lobby will have to see if ChatGPT is well practiced leaving this pick open.
I hope it is well practiced. I mean, the only, I guess, complaint I can have with this map is that from our position as commentators, it's so difficult to keep track of like combo and accuracy, because you can barely see it on some of the sections. So I'm happy that we are going to see, at least the bar at the bottom going crazy if we do see misses come out, which will be quite useful for us. But I am interested to see. I'm hoping we see some like spectacular full combos, or even another set of SSs again, because it's just a banger of a map.
Oh yeah, and no shortage of it throughout the weekends. As we hop in, first pick, 10 minutes in, but with some minor delays with regarding Jackpacks making it home in time and the like. So all players in, readied up. It's going to be Marble, Jackpacks, Puyu and Townie versus Fiskill, Andrek, Francesco Totti, and Vin. I will have to see whose name change that is, because I don't believe that name was on the sheet before.
I looked at the profiles and I still don't even remember if it was a name change. I remember looking and it has slipped my mind now. It is what it is. Oh, have a DC? Oh, okay. No, we're back. Okay, coolio. I think the players are ready. Oh, we're having a Bancho moment. Alright, that's good to know. We love Bancho. Bancho is life.
Bancho is life. Turns out this wasn't a recent name change, so I will be referring to them as Francesco Chodi throughout the rest of this match. What a beautiful name. But yeah, we are going into it with these players in. Players to look out for, of course, Jackpacks on the side of Georgis, and Vin on the side of ChatGPT, formerly known as Vintager. That they were, I believe, the #1 out of the tryouts for Germany 4WC last year. Didn't make it on the team because of some, classic German politics, but very, very solid player in their own right on that ChatGPT side. So
yeah, I mean, there's definitely a number of players to look out for. Again, as you said, Jackpacks and Vin being one of them, being two of them, sorry. And honestly, I'd say Puyu as well, especially for these more unique maps. Like, at least from my experience of seeing Puyu play, they're always really weirdly good at them, and it does kind of impress me. I mean, especially when it comes to like either precision maps as well. But again, awkward maps like this, is Nomad 6, for example, being a bit on the more unique side. Definitely another player to keep an eye out on.
and in we go, Bad Apple, a song you know and love, as well as rhythm games you surely know and love as well. Hopping into this one. Oh dear.
You have the storyboard. Oh, unlucky. Well, if you haven't seen it, we're having a bit of storyboard issue. If you haven't seen this part does start off as a Mania section from what I recall, hence why all of the notes are in kind of a very similar 4 spots at the bottom. But then it does change up. Oh, early miss coming in from Townie and Francesco, which is a bit unfortunate, but with it being so early traded, I don't think it should matter too much.
Yeah, early goes. Actually curious to see these early breaks on. Of course, players playing with that storyboard right now, so it does not look as demon as portrayed on your screen in the current moment, but as it goes, it's actually Jackpacks as well to find a second break, Puyu to follow it up, and immediately this is seeming like sort of a bad time for Georgis here. Normally you've been seeing this map picked by some of the lower tier teams that are more practice oriented. So I am curious to see them pick into it this early, especially given how many breaks. It is Fiskill to trade, but still 2 FCs to 1 and maybe a half with regards to Townie's recovery combo in the current moment. It's going to be a bit of an advantage for ChatGPT.
Yeah, they do get that bit of an early advantage. You know, a quick early score lead 400k, but we do see, two major misses coming in from Fiskill and Francesco, which is going to be kind of a big problem for them. Quite a few misses coming from Francesco, having a bit of a problem on this section, which is honestly understandable. The stack on that, even with storyboard, is still awkward to get right. And it is an early lead now, switching back over to Georgis with, still pretty much that full combo and a half coming in from Marble and Townie.
Yeah, that section that Tati was missing on, unfortunately, the Tycho section. I've been hearing some complaints with the visual reading of that section. Has been difficult to pat down because Tycho players are used to tapping only one color. So there's been some confusion there, and that may have been the cause for those misses as well. But Fiskill as well to make it happen again, and I mean, one of the more volatile outings of this Nomad 6 we have seen, but it is back firmly in the advantage of the pickers with regards to Georgis and their recovery combos. And so long as that FC from Marble holds up, it's just going to be staying around this realm of building. Over 1.1 million score and growing. SS being held on Marble in the current moment actually is phenomenal work.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the Muse Dash section right now, and we're seeing another miss coming in from Francesco and Fiskill, which is a bit unfortunate for their side. I mean, Vin and Andrex still holding on so strongly, but misses coming in from Townie and Jackpacks could cause a problem, but not when you still have Marble holding on to the SS and just not having a problem. And yeah, there's all of the major combos gone for ChatGPT. It was looking like a scary mispick at the start, but then time decided to say otherwise. And Marble does finally find the break, but there's so much damage done and no major combos to try and recover that 3 million difference.
Yeah, very confident pick by the tail end. Townie to find the 1 miss, no 100, I believe. Oh, well, I even cursed that. He gets nothing. He gets no FC, he gets 100s. But he does get a victory and a first point on the board, as does the rest of the team. From
the first well point. I mean, at least he ended with no 50s, I think. At least. Hopefully. Surely. No 50s.
Yeah, no 50s.
Ass guy. Yeah, still a very, very solid intro point for them. I mean, no mod 6, as we're saying, usually better for the more practice teams, but when you have a team like Georgis who are going to be quite comfortable on it, and especially a player like Marble who almost SS the map, I mean, it was still such a solid pick for them.
Yeah, really solid there for Georgis. It's on to the ChatGPT side now, and sort of anecdotally, based off of the bans, based off of what we know them for, I would not be surprised to see either a Hard Rock 1 or Hard Rock 3 to come through here. Maybe even a free mod 1 I could see. Just with regards to the precision difficulty on Hard Rock. Could be pretty comfortable since there's not really any aim in that map. It's just all tapping and finger control and flow, so not having to play hidden on it and just being able to vibe out on some precision would be solid for that free mod 1 pick as well, but plenty of options for ChatGPT as a first pick here.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot available to them. The free mod 1 is definitely an interesting idea for it because, I mean, a bit of a unique tapping linear map. I mean, I believe it's an LMT map, so kind of is expected. It's an interesting pick, but I could also see, again, like, maybe even the DT1 coming out for them. They have got a very strong, like, aim roster when it comes to those DTs. Yeah, I'm just very interested to see, like, what they do run with. And they're going to run into No Mod 2, something I was not expecting them to pick early in, but it is the option they go for.
I see the vision.
I see it.
I mean, it's tapping. It's like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's as stamina heavy as the Hard Rock 3, but it is higher BPM and sort of a mid-range. I believe this is 200 BPM if memory recalls. Oh wait, no, I'm
175.
capping. Okay, it's 5 BPM higher than HR3. Yeah, I am curious about this pick. The main difficulty here is going to be that AR9 density, especially with the two hidden players, the Axel, D-Cell, Flow-In. I'm curious to see who is going to be running the hidden on the side of ChatGPT. On Georges, though, you're mostly going to be seeing this core trio, Marble, Jack, Pax, Puyo, very confident on whatever you throw at them, and Naked, who has hopped in the lobby now, who is going to be the designated hidden player on their side.
Yeah, also just a very solid stream player overall coming in from Naked. I mean, understandable players to bring in. They're good at cut streams, and they're also very comfortable at hidden streams overall, so I could see Naked being one of the players to run hidden here, especially instead of being solo on it. But it is honestly on the side of ChatGPT. I am wondering who they do bring in, because again, they have a lot of players who are strong when it comes to the mechanics side of things. That's why they've picked it. But it is just interesting to see who they run with the hiddens, especially.
Yeah, and actually having a look at their team, they have I was looking through the players and they have a new collab, Plants vs. Zombies profile picture collab. So shout out to them. It's kind of beautiful between 3 of the 4 players in the lobby at the moment. But on the other side, we have Fiskill, Francesco Totti hopping back in. I'm unfamiliar with Totti's skill sets. It seems to be just general fill at the moment, but Guido should be plenty solid on this. Fiskill as well, I would expect to be taking the hidden here probably. And Vin, who of course going to be that consistent core member on the side of ChatGPT.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see, Francesco's abilities for this, because from what I know, he's usually a very strong DT player, but does have like a decent bit of just aim and speed capabilities on the side. So running him onto low BPM streams with hidden, I'm interested to see how that plays out, especially with a bit of an AR difference compared to DT. But I'd definitely still have confidence in their ability to play this map. I mean, they put him in for a reason, right?
Yep, plenty confident on the density, as well as actually 2B taking the hidden alongside Fiskill, as we get Bancho catching up a little bit into the map here. It is a firm accuracy advantage on the side of Georges, with that double SS on Naked and Marble to run out. Of course, this map ODA hacking, that is not the hard part, but maintaining your flow aim on these Axel and slight wiggle patterns is incredibly tricky. You could just find the littlest of pot shots, and it is Guido to actually find a major one with that chain miss right at the halfway point.
Yeah, literally just basically proving the point you were making with it being kind of awkward to get the flow aim on this map right. I mean, there are so many easy spaces to build, some combo like these sections with the small stacks, but then you get into those more focus streams and it's so difficult to hold on, especially for those hiddens. And it's generally impressive to see, even with it being, even if you're comfortable on hidden, AR9 on flow aim is always just kind of a different beast of difficulty, and you still have, Naked onto the SS and all the other hidden players still on very high accuracies overall, but getting into the last major stream section of the map, and there's still the lead going into the Georges just because of that one miss coming from Guido, which is honestly so unfortunate to see. But there we go, we see Marble and Tosi both trade each other out, but I don't think it's going to do much for the score difference. Still at 3 million, but another chain is coming from Marble, but there's nowhere to build that remaining combo and I do think that is going to be another point going in favor of Georges by almost 4 million.
Yeah, that break from Guido at the most unfortunate of parts, right at the halfway point for the combo. If you break your combo that section, it just slices your score in half, and even with Marble's chain miss, you would have needed at that point all 4 of the members from Georges to break at that moment to recoup the 4 million difference. So phenomenal stuff from Georges with that triple FC, the SS from Naked on the hidden as advertised, with the stream and hidden prowess of that player. And back over to Georges to see what they can do on some picks. If you're them, you're looking for volatility mostly, and I think the pick to do that is probably going to be that Nomad 4 or Nomad 3, just get into those slightly more technical skill sets with your player base.
Yeah, those those no mod 3, no mod 4s, I definitely see them being viable, especially that no mod 3 with, you know, a player like Jackpax. But they pick into the free mod 4, another idea I had in mind, going to school pretty much with this just awkward free mod overall. I mean, Hidden isn't forced on this, thankfully, because you can just run 2 Hard Rocks, but I do still see, you know, Hidden player being put in for this. I mean, kind of expected. A lot of players have been running this. I can't remember too much of this map other than it just feeling weird to play.
It's 50-second aim. I'm deeply confused. Yeah, like, you are on paper the stronger team in this match by a pretty wide margin. I think you would probably like to avoid gamble maps, but this is also, like, probably the most brain-rotted team of the tournament, so they're just trying to keep this short.
Also true. Oh god, yeah. I see just going into, like, the DT5 after this is their next pick or something, just going for every short map in the pool just to see how quickly they can speed run the match. But you're also, you know, yeah, as you were saying, gambling at that point with, you know, if you find just an unfortunate miss, like, 25 seconds in, it can just be doom and despair for you because, you know, that's already half the map gone by that point. So it's, I am concerned for these picks, but it's also something I understand them going into.
Yeah, I mean, at least that DT5, that's a shorter map by, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds, but it's also very tricky. It's old map, finger control, and you have to deal with the AC battle. You have to make sure you don't miss on the density. It's a lot of facets to that DT5, but instead, we are aiming. We are 5-star aiming. And all players in the lobby, it's going to be Andrek, Dryex, Vin, and Fiskill for this one. First time Francesco, Chetty, and Guido are out of the lobby. On the other side, you're running that same 4-core, Townie, Puyu, Marble, and Jackpacks.
Yeah, just a generally strong core roster on the side of Georgis, and, I mean, Chat have, you know, it's still a solid roster overall, and some decent, you know, stays. But they've been changing out rosters quite a bit, and it's understandable because, you know, if you have strengths in certain maps, just bring them in as much as you can, even if you don't have a core set team. But, you know, a lot of these changes are something I'm interested to see if, you know, maybe it's just because they're a bit more comfortable on it. But, okay, a bit of overmodding coming in from Georgis with Puyu and Jackpacks both running the Hidden Hard Rock. Townie running the no mod, which, I mean, always a viable thing to run, I mean, matching Vin. And then the Marble running the Hidden, which also came in as expected.
Townie is running Hard Rock, actually.
Okay, yeah, so it is actually major overmodded coming in. Okay, never mind then. Oh, and Vin also running Hard Rock. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Not a single no mod in the lobby.
No mods on the free mod map. Again, it's 5-star aim. You have to do what you have to do. Unfortunately, for ChatGPT, they're kind of doing it as a moot point at the moment, but Puyu's miss may mean it doesn't matter. Mod advantage no longer in the question. If it were a 8-way FC, it would, but it's all combos holding on. It's Dryex to trade it, though. Puyu's miss mattering a little bit more because of the placement of it at that halfway point, but the map is just about over. It's getting really close, though. A 40k difference. Will it be enough in the final notes of the beat map? And it's 40k. It's ChatGPT with the first break point. And that's exactly why I was worried about that pick, Torva.
Yeah, I mean, 40k on Score V1 is such a close difference, but yeah, that gamble for the brain rot just didn't pay off. Even with the 3-way FC, it was just matched. And yeah, that's, I mean, the first point for ChatGPT, a solid point for them to take, and they do get to, you know, bring another point to the table if they want to with their next pick. It seems they are executing Puyu live, which, I mean, with a miss like that, okay, yeah, draw understandable, fair enough.
Oh, you should have seen my match earlier. It was a 15k difference on this map. Like for as like control of a pick as it is, it has been causing the closest score lines of the tournament in school. But that one not going to be going well for Georgis, and maybe a little bit of a momentum shift if ChatGPT can find the right picks going forward. I would like to see probably some more aim from them after that. Hard Rock 1, I feel like, would go really in their favor, as well as maybe even that, maybe the DT3, if you were to go into the swing sort of doubles aim. That map is pretty snappy as well, and a little more standard than some of the other picks in the pool, like that DT1. But just like some standard aim, even a no mod one, just to try and get into this matchup.
Yeah, like I say, definitely picking the aim after that performance. I mean, I'd say, yeah, it's probably one of the stronger ideas they can go into, just because, you know, their team do look very confident on it. I'm just interested to see what they want to try and go into. Again, aim, as we've both already said, but maybe trying to double down on mechanics, see how it goes, if they're maybe feeling a bit more confident on it especially after that No Mod 2 getting a bit more warmed up. But yeah, I definitely see one of the DTs being a very solid option for this team.
So that girl made me feel blue, 'cause she told me I should stay in school. So that girl made me feel blue. Don't
DT7. Whoa, imagine. It is DT6. It seems they're taking a page out of our book with the beautiful awkward aim Miss Magius in the garden. This is a curious pick. You sort of have some, of course, the awkward aim element. You have some mild finger control elements. This is about as raw of a consistency check as you're getting in this pool with those skill sets. Because I believe it clocks in just around close to 3 minutes in length. So this will be a curious one for the side of ChatGPT, trying to maybe consistency aim diff their way to some extra points here.
Yeah, very solid pick. 2 minute 30, awkward aim. I mean, after the last pick, seeing, you know, a bit of a blunder coming in from the 3 mod 4 on the side of Georgis, I mean, doubling down on the aim, I do see it being a very, very strong idea. And I definitely see it being one of the maps that can definitely pay off well for them. But it is that consistency that's going to be so majorly checked on a map like this. And again, with it being slow, like a lower star rating, definitely plausible. But, you know, we're seeing already a lot of weird misses coming in, maybe just from a little bit less comfort than expected from the players. And this map, I feel like, can definitely just stack that as much as it can with a lot of random misses if, you know, you do find a small slip up here and there.
Yep, really solid pick here. It is a roster switch, interestingly enough. Andrek hopping out for Francesco Ciodi back again. And on the other side, it is Naked hopping back in the lobby in place of... actually, I need to pull up the MP. I forgot who was swapped out. But, yeah, it's generally this 3-core still remaining true for Georgis, which is a solid enough Hippo Cup strategy. Just your most consistent 3 on any skill set is probably going to be strong on any map at this SR. Just go for who is getting those FCs on the board. Vin and Dryax running the no mod. Hiddens on Francesco Ciodi, Fiskill, Naked, and Jackpacks.
Yeah, I mean, map does get the start going, and I am going to be interested. I mean, you get a bit of a, I want to say free intro, but I mean, it's still easy to find those awkward misses on the intro, so I wouldn't call it too free, but, you know, for these players, reasonably. You know, get that chance to, you know, build yourself up into the map, get yourselves ready. And, I mean, the early lead doesn't go to anyone, it's just score flickers every now and then, but the map does get its start now, and you can definitely see misses maybe starting to come out here if a small slip-up happens, but none to be seen just yet as you get to these more spaced aim sections and the doubles and the sliders, which, if the finger control isn't there, you're going to drop a bit of accuracy, but, again, another problem that just doesn't seem to plague any of these players so far, and they seem to be holding on just fine for this first section.
Oh, but it's Francesco and actually Puyu to trade. Really curious breaks there. Dryax as well to match it, and it seems like you're seeing the same faces find the breaks on these styles of maps, unfortunately for these teams. Francesco Ciodi having a bad time with the accuracy here as well, the finger control diff coming through, and the 3-2 FCs slowly building up. And once again, it's about the timing of these misses, though. Is that right about that 1/3 mark? So there is potential for comeback here if one of the members of Georgis were to break in this middle section, but it's just Puyu again, and with Todi trading, that is not going to be enough for ChatGPT unless you see a major disaster.
Yeah, it's going to have to be cataclysm for this to go wrong for Georgis now at this point. They've built up a decently solid 2 mil, almost 3 mil score lead at this point, and We do see the miss coming from Townie, which could actually start to open up a bit of a problem for them, but, you know, still 2 full combos on the side to 2 full combos, but Dry 3X has, you know, built a decently solid recovery combo, but with a miss coming in from Fist Kill, yeah, I do think that closes those chances at recovery, sadly. And it is that, you know, almost 4 million score difference now. Well, 3 million closing towards the end of the map. And yeah, unfortunately, it is only Vin with the remaining full combos at ChatGPT compared to Naked and Jackpacks. With Jackpacks still holding on to an SS, mind you, through this entire map.
Yeah, the finger control in this map is pretty gnarly with these constant doubles. So the SS there, phenomenal work from Jackpacks, and Naked with the backup FC. It's going to be doing wonders. You look on the other side, Vinster finding the FC over there. Unfortunately, nobody to back up. If he did get one extra FC off the back of Drax, it would have been enough. I feel like if Fiskill FC'd, it wouldn't have been enough, but very, very close tidings. Actually, a shout out to Francesco and Puyu as well, because they have a 6K score difference.
That 6 combo doing the work. It's just generally such a close score difference, but especially between those two players, but unfortunately not enough for ChatGPT, and yeah, the SS career from Jackpack's just genuinely diabolical behavior, but I mean, what less could you expect from Jackpacks in total? I mean, guy's just genuinely a demon to fight against, and now it's another point of favor of Georges with it being their pick again. It's now looking to be a bit more stressful for that ChatGPT, but then again, looking at the start of the match, well, before the match even started, they seem to probably be expecting something like this to happen, but hey, match isn't over till it's over, and, you know, even though there's still a lot of maps in the map pools for this tournament, there's still definitely a lot of chances for it to be flipped over, and the comeback is definitely more than possible for this team.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like that was, I don't know, it wasn't a terrible pick, but the finger control seemed to be the difference maker here. I feel like if they went for some more straightforward aim like the HR1, Nomad 1, probably would have been a little closer in their favor, even though those maps have been perceived as a little bit more gambly. But for Georges, they're still looking to play into those volatile skill sets, and they are going for smart picks now. They learned their lesson off of that free mod 4. It's going to be Nomad 3 now. This is going to be our 155 BPM super flow pick. You have stop and go rhythms, doubles, everything spicy that you would like to see in a flow alt pick. You're going to see it in this map in spades. I believe Air 9.4. Going to be very difficult for those hidden players as well, looking for those specialists in Jackpacks and Naked to work off some magic once again.
Yeah, Johnny, this map is it's something else. I mean, again, it's what you'd hope for in a flowing alt pick, as you said, but it's also just genuinely super easy to find. It's so easy to find random awkward misses or chain misses in this kind of map with how, you know, stop and go it can be. And I mean, I'm still expecting another insane score coming in from Jackpacks, but it's going to be the side of ChatGPT I'm definitely keeping an eye on, because as far as I'm aware anyway, I don't think they have many players that are going to be, you know, like powerhouses on this map compared to side of Georges, where, you know, they do have Jackpacks who you can definitely consider a powerhouse on pretty much anything. So I'm definitely interested to see where the scores come in from. Maybe could see a clutch play here coming from ChatGPT. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, to bring this match even closer with these scores. But again, it is just going to be those individual misses and hoping they're not pretty much midway through.
Yeah, this is generally one of the more volatile maps in this pool. I'm curious to see, this is like one of the only maps in the pool where one player can truly be the difference with how much like chain misses you've been seeing on these picks, depending on rosters. I'm happy to see Guido back in, likely to stay on for the flow aim focused maps. Played that Nomad too, but Jackpacks, very scary on the style map, as well as Naked, both the flow aim specialists. Marble as well, hopping back in, just a general mechanics player, so looking for the flow aim to coincide with that skill set. And on the other side, just same hidden players, Fiskill and Torti, looking to stage a little bit of a comeback, a little bit of a coup on Georgis as we hop into No Mod 3.
Yeah, the map does get its start, and I mean, you don't get to fully see it until this point on what the map does bring it to the table. A lot of flowing patterns, a lot of these, kind of stacked doubles in the middle of those flowing sections, which can be almost evil, especially when the stop goes. But the Naked is going to be the first person to find a miss, which does give that early lead over to ChatGPT. But again, with how easy it is to find misses on this map, I wouldn't count this map as being done and dusted just yet, even with it being score v1, unless you see a 4-way full combo come in, which is something you wouldn't expect to see. And there we go. You do see the misses coming in from Guido and Francesco, which is going to cause a bit of a problem for them, especially as that score lead now starts to flip over compared to 3 full combos on the side of Georgis.
Yeah, that volatility starting to rear. It is Townie to trade, though, with Fiskil. Unfortunately, it's been running a little bit of a solo show on that ChatGPT team once more. Only FC to remain in the current moment. Rest of the combos recoveries all just about even. Naked's recovery just about covers the 3 on the other side in the current moment. So Jackpacks and Marble getting some free score during this section, but it is an over aim and a note lock from Marble to match and break that second FC. A little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel on the side of ChatGPT as we head to our PI.
Yeah, I mean, it's now Jackpacks versus Vin as the main full combos, but Naked's also brought up such a strong recovery combo that isn't really matched on the side of ChatGPT. I mean, we see 3 misses coming in, 1 from Marble, 1 from Francesco, and 1 from Fiskil, but yeah, it's Vin and Guido versus Jackpacks and Naked you want to keep an eye on, and the miss coming in from Guido, the main recovery combo on their side does go down. And then you look at the recovery from Naked and Townie, and the recovery of almost 5 million is going to be an uphill battle, to say the least, especially how little time there is on the map. I do not think 5 million recovery is going to be possible, especially as it has grown even more distant now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the same lows striking ChatGPT once again. It is a 7 mil difference by the end of it, 8 mil actually, with that 25 million score line. Jackpacks with the 2x100 FC. Phenomenal accuracy for this style of flow aim map. Incredibly tricky to get your hands on, but he passes the test with flying colors. And as anticipated, that was a one-man map for the bulk of it. It was Jackpacks to hold the torch, close out that FC, and now on match point, ChatGPT needs to pick smart here.
Yeah, I mean, the powerhouse just shows himself in full there, and now it being ChatGPT's, last possible pick if it's a bad pick from their end, they do have to pick very carefully and very, very strategically. I mean, there's not much on the table that I think they can fully abuse into, maybe going into one of the DTs or even maybe something like the No Mod 1, but they actually want to pick into the Hard Rock one, going into something a bit different. 1 minute 56, yellow trick. I mean, definitely a pick I wasn't fully going to expect, but definitely a pick I see it happening is a chance to bring another point to the board for them.
Oh, I heavily agree with this pick. This is about as similar to an aim pick as you're going to get to that free mod 4, especially with how many Hard Rock Comfort players you saw on that map. I'm really fond of this pick for Georgis, and it does seem like they're going to be running this 4-man roster, switching out Puyu for Marble here. Puyu just finding a little bit of those inconsistency breaks. This is really smart for them to scout, to notice, to switch out the player on the core. Puyu lounging on the other side of the lobby, unsure if they will be slotted in, but as for ChatGPT, it's Fiskil, Guido, the classic 4 you know and love.
Bring in Puyu again for another Hard Rock pick. I mean, after seeing what happened on the free mod 4, maybe a chance for redemption, maybe a chance to give hope in the eyes of ChatGPT. It could definitely go either way here, but yeah, you get to see, Jackpacks, Puyu, Townie, and Naked basically pretty much being the main picks, main player picks so far in this match for their team. And then on the side of ChatGPT, we're seeing Fiskil, Guido, Vin, players we've been seeing quite often, and Dryax, which, another player we're also seeing quite often. So I'm definitely interested on this matchup, and going into the Hard Rock 1, the players are ready. I believe they're getting into it. Fiskil Banner say something about if they miss. I'm interested, but I don't. Okay. No, Vin. Vin, for your sake, I hope you miss. You know what? I hope you miss, bro. Good luck.
he misses first note intentionally and then FC's rest of the map, but because it's score V1 and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, honestly, that would be play of the year right there. Play of the year. That's the tech. Honestly, tactical miss works perfectly here.
The old classic intercamping method, but in we go with Yellow Trick, Oko's Extra. Classic 2017 aim map here. Surprisingly enough, it's a Weedo to find the first break. I know them as sort of a hidden hard rock leaderboard specialty player, so these sort of inconsistencies surprise me, as well as Dryax finding that break as well. It's Fiskill and Vin holding onto the FCs. Of course, early days, the placement of the misses matter, so if you're going to miss anywhere, early is better than later.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, those early misses could honestly just be the best tactical misses possible, especially if misses do start to come out from Georges at any later point in this map, especially in the next almost quarter of the map. They'll be honestly so crucial, but they're looking to hold on quite strong right now, but it doesn't matter how strong you look, because misses can genuinely just come out of thin air, even if you just feel like you didn't miss. Sometimes it just happens, and it's going to be waiting on those to come out from the side of Georges, because, you know, a 4-way FC isn't expected, and there we go, we do see the miss coming in from Puyu, another miss as well, actually, so the recoveries on side ChatGPT could start to bring it over, especially with, misses coming in from Townie and Jackpack, so it is just Naked to be the only player holding on. Oh, that flipped over in a moment's notice.
That was instantaneous. Jackpacks with just a soul slider break. Naked holding onto this FC, doing their best vintage cosplay now, seeing as they're the only FC held on for Georges this time around. It's Vin to find the break, as well as Dryax, both FCs down. Wait just a minute. Fiskill and Weedo. It is currently Weedo's combo blocking out the 3 recoveries, so if Fiskill were to break, we may see a comeback from Naked, but time is running out, and it is of the essence as we are in the final 1.2 million score of the map just about with these final flow aim patterns. But it does seem like the job is done for ChatGPT, staying alive in this. Those inconsistencies, unfortunately, to crop up once more for Puyu and the team, and it will leave ChatGPT still alive in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, all I've got to say is I think Vin is the true individual winner for this map. They win the point, and they found the misses that we were hoping for, you know, a good 2026 on the side of Vin. So the true winner right there for this map, and even this matchup, even if it doesn't go their way for the next map, we can know that Vin exits this match as the true winner.
That's a lifestyle change done in Hippo Cup. Life is so beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
It is now Georges' pick again. Curious to see where they go. I mean, I still think Nomad 4. I don't think that's a map that's been picked in any match in this tournament throughout the first weekend. If any team's gonna do it, surely it's Georges, right? Like this is like the ult team of all time. Like these guys love ult.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any team in this just universe to pick that No Mod 4, I do see it coming in from Georges, but with it not being picked, it might still be something that's, you know, a bit different. I mean, might see it just being ignored again, but, you know, with the maps dwindling down a decent bit, I mean, they can pick into almost anything still. I mean, the 3 Mod 1's on the table, but 3 Mod 1's scary, no matter who the player is. 3 Mod 1 is just scary, and Vela is just not a map I would ever hope to see anyone have to deal with. But then you have, you know, still the 3 Mod 2 on the table. Still quite a decent chunk of the DTs. Even the Hard Rocks, I mean, they still have so much to go into, but I am kind of hoping to see that No Mod 4 at least once.
Yeah, 3 Mod 1 is an interesting map in this pool because... Oh! It's DT5. Welcome back, short map Brainrot. It's the shortest map in the pool.
41 seconds. Holy.
41 seconds. This is Kind Lady, mapped by Takuma back in the year of our Lord 2009, and ranked in the same year. Actually, 2 weeks later. That must have been a ranking speedrun. But this is kind lady. It is DT old map finger control AR7 plus DT, going for AR9, which can be dense for our hidden players in the lobby. And I mean, this is a really smart pick from Georgis, seeing as they have won the AC battle in every map so far. Even if they lose the point, they have higher accuracies. They just have been like finding cheeky misses. This is a map where if you miss on it, like you're actually worse than worse. Like there is no spacing on this map at all. It is pure old map finger control. So I expect to see the 8-way FC, and if it were to come to fruition, this is just pure AC battle.
See, but now that you said it, there's going to be a miss on the side of Georgis. It's just going to happen. It's going to be a 4-way miss on their end, I'm calling it now. Now that you've called it 8-way FC.
A 4-way, they get like slow slidered somehow.
Yeah, honestly,
like, on a map with no slider takes.
Oh no. No slider takes, but they still just somehow miss on like the slowest slider. It's not even like it's a slider break, it's a full-out miss. Just to ruin the day. Just to see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, it's happening now. It's been called. It's been said. It's gonna be ChatGPT to get 8-way SS, no 4-way SS, and then 4 misses in SS on the side of Georgis, but just 1 miss each.
Oh, and if I'm ChatGPT here, I'm slightly questioning the roster decision of Toti here. They've been playing hidden on every map so far, but also their accuracy has not been the brightest. Curious to I don't believe their hidden has loaded in, but yeah, I don't know. On the AC battle map, seeing Toti in the lobby does not inspire confidence, I fear. I mean, early AC drop from the side of Trorax, but oh, chain miss on the side of Toei, as you were saying about it, but but Marble!
He got slided!
Wait!
It was called! It was written in the totems of Ancient. It was predicted, it was prophesized. Now we're just waiting on the misses from the other 3.
That 40 combo might matter too. I mean,
yeah.
That 40 combo on a map where the max combo is 291 is massive, but Banjo, please, this is a short map. Please just load. DT finger control, I mean, it's Jackpacks with this 99%. You see the score flicker, but another break from Marble, and these short maps have not been coming to play for Georgis. It's still so close though. It's a battle of inches. Spin to win! Oh my goodness, it's Toti to find the next break, and that's gonna do it for the match, I think.
Yeah, it's such a short map, such back and forth, but it is the map that gets to close the match out for Georgis, as we see 2 misses coming in from Marble, and the 3-way full combo for the rest of them. Jackpacks with the 98.59%, 498% feels so wrong to say out loud, but short maps do short map things of 256 combo. That 40 combo actually being almost a quarter of the map is crazy to think about, but it was almost a scary pick for the side of Georgis, but it does close out and work for them well, and it is GG's.
Yeah. GG's for Georgis, making it through to their matches later today. First win in the group, I do believe. If I pull up that group stage standing, this was group number... Yep, Group E. This is the first match played in their group, so no super known outcomes quite yet. But a first victory on the board for Georgis, who is the Tier 2 team, and they will be continuing on. Meanwhile, our next match is going to be in just about 8 minutes. It's going to be Pipotam versus Nyalonet. Is the French team versus a hybrid super team of sorts in the 4-digit realm. So we'll be catching you in just about 6 minutes time for that one.
Alright, see you guys then.